Hi guys, well Trace and I just got back from our little 3-night P&O cruise, our cruise to nowhere, a little lap around the Pacific Ocean. Guys, the first part of this video is for everybody, particularly if you're thinking about going on a cruise and you want to know a little bit more about it. Now these are just a few questions that, you know, when I was doing some research online I was struggling to find answers. You know, just for a few basic, simple questions. And when I did find some answers to some of the things I was looking for, you know, the opinions of people varied greatly. So this is just our experience of our first cruise. So for those of you that are thinking of going on a cruise, I would wholeheartedly suggest that you start with a short cruise like we did. Oh, still getting me bloody sea legs, I've got to tell you, my land legs. I still feel like I'm wobbling like this. I'm standing in my office. So, firstly, is it expensive to go cruising? Well, yes and no. Cruises are actually more affordable now than they've ever been, ever. And, you know, the average wage earner can afford to go on a cruise once a year. It's not expensive to buy your cruise tickets. Now, to give you an idea, our 3-night P&O cruise cost us about $700 for the ticket. Now, that was for 2 of us, and that was for a twin share room. So we had our own room, Tracy and I. So $350 each, 3 nights. That's not too bad. Bit over $100 a night, pretty cheap. Now you can even get better deals than that. Now, something I did notice about this cruise, there are a lot of fat people on cruises. must be the buffet. Alright, forgetting about that. So, speaking about buffet, is the food any good on cruises? Well, once again, this is just a P&O. We went on the Pacific Dawn. So my opinion is the food was quite good. It's not great, but it's quite good, and you certainly won't go hungry. Now, there is a diverse range of food, different types of food. Now, on the Pacific Dawn, they don't have a buffet, so to speak, anymore. They've changed it now. They have an area called the pantry, where there's 5 or 6 different... the best way to describe it would be shopping centre type food court type arrangement. So you've got all these little shops, and you can have Mexican, or you can have roast, or you can have pasta, or you can have Chinese. So we probably had 6 or 7 meals there, and out of those 6 or 7 meals I only got one that I would class as pretty poor, and that was fish and chips. But basically the food is pretty good. Now, for people that complain that the food is shit on cruise boats, then your expectations are too high. Seriously, you know, pay the premium package and go and dine in the a la carte restaurants on board the boats, and you can do that. Right, let's get to the most important thing that everyone wants to know about. Is it expensive to drink on these boats? Well, yes and no. What do I mean? Well, I'm glad you asked. So, the average price of a beer or a glass of wine on the boats is actually not that expensive. It's not really much more expensive than what you would pay down at your local pub. Now, to give you an idea, I was drinking Crown Lagers, which are a Crown Lager beer is classed as a premium beer, I suppose, and they were $7.50 a stubby. So $7.50 each, not that bad. Glasses of wine were about $7 each. Trace had a few of those. And even the price of the cocktails, or the standard cocktails, they had about 6 standard cocktails, were only about $12 each. So that's not too bad. Now, when you start getting into the premium cocktails, then you start looking at $19 to $25 a drink. Now, having said that, it depends on how much you drink. And I've got to tell you, when you get on these boats, something happens. Now, I'm a big drinker anyway, but oh my God. Vodka martini, shaken, not stirred, with extra olives to Tracy because she hates them. To give you an idea, my drink bill for the first night on board the boat, which was the Saturday night, The very first night on board the boat, my drink bill was just a bit over $300. Alright? And I'm thinking, how can that be? And then I was watching some of the footage that I had shot later on in the night and realised how fucking smashed I was. And then I was like, yeah, oh, you know. So listen, what, Jason?
Jake.
Yeah, mate. Listen, mate, you've been making me these James Bond 007, what do you call those shaken not stirred drinks?
Vodka martini, shaken not stirred.
Vodka martini, shaken not stirred. On the P&O Dawn, fuck's sake. Mate, I'm fucking drunk now. Listen, if you're a drunk man, does that mean that you're going to get kicked off and tossed overboard?
You don't get tossed overboard, you just get restricted and sent to your room. But I think he's okay.
Restricted and sent to my room. I think I'm about to get sent to my room. Love you, man. Love you. Thank you.
See ya.
He's a good man. And then when I had a look at my drink bill, your price of your spirits, like your bourbon and cokes and things like that, same deal. It's about $7.50. All right, so I had about 10 or 12 Crown Lagers. I had about maybe 15 bourbons, something like that. And then I washed it all down at the end of the night with about 6 or 7 vodka martinis. The name's Bond, James Bond. I'll have a vodka martini, shaken, not stirred. And I think they were about $19 each, so I had, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 of those at the end of the night. So, was I smashed? Yes, I was. Did the drink bill terrify me? Yes, it did. So, needless to say, the next night, firstly I wasn't feeling great, so I took it a little bit easier, and then the last night of the cruise I got on it again a little bit. But realistically, I think between Tracy and I, she's not a big drinker. She would have had half a dozen drinks the whole cruise. So I think that the drinks, I think it ended up, I don't know. I didn't get the bill. Tracy got it and paid it, so I don't know. But I think it was about $657, like $700 for the 3 nights. Now, having said that, we were talking to another fellow who was there with a bunch of guys, and they were on the premium cocktails and getting on it. Now, his drink bill alone, just for him, for the 3 nights, was nearly $2,000. So, yes, it can be an expensive exercise on these boats to drink, but at the end of the day, it just depends how much you drink. The actual price of the drinks isn't that expensive. So, if you were the sort of person that would have 3 or 4 beers in a night and a couple of bourbons and do that over the 3 nights, then your drink bill would be less than $200 for your cruise. Right, lessons learnt. I definitely know the next cruise we go on, and we are going to go again, I'm not going to have a big night the first night on board the boat. I said to Tracy the next morning, I think I'm a bit seasick, and she said, you think? Alright guys, so I hope that has cleared that up for you. Those couple of things. Is the food any good? How much does it cost to drink? By the way, other people have also asked me, how do you go about paying for things on board the boat? Well, they give you a cruise card, which I believe I have somewhere, and that cruise card, you put credit on it. Now, you can do that when you're checking in, or you can link it to a credit card. But you need that cruise card. Just let me go and get it. Hang on. Righto, I'm back. So that's the cruise card. So you need that cruise card, and everyone just has them hanging around their neck, and you'll see in the upcoming footage pretty much everything you've got these hanging around your neck. So every time you order a drink, they swipe the cruise card. Now there are people, staff coming around when you're sitting out on the deck and whatnot, taking drink orders. I don't know how they remember, but they're good. They always take your card with you when they go to get you a drink, and they bring it back. And I've got to tell you, just while I'm quickly on this subject, the staff on board this particular boat anyway, were absolutely sen-fucking-sational. So they'll be going around to a crowd of people, and they don't write anything down. I never saw one person write a drink order down. They just take your orders. Yep, you're going to have a Corona. Yep, you're going to have a bourbon. You're going to have a Scotch. You're going to have a rum. You're going to have a glass of wine. They take all the cards. Away they go with their tray. They come back with a tray full of drinks, and they hand everybody's cards back. Now, we were not overcharged once for anything, and Tracy has checked the bill very, very carefully, so they, they're very good at what they do. So kudos, and I would highly recommend the Pacific Dawn. Right, so I think that's just about covered it. Righto, so on with the feature presentation. Now, as I said, the rest of this video will be mainly just for family and friends, people that were interested in seeing what we got up to on board the cruise. We had a whole ton of fun. We met a great bunch of people, let me tell you. And that's another thing about these cruises. You just get talking to people from the very first minute that you're on the boat, and you do form some friendships and form some bonds, and you form some drinking buddies, let me tell you. Oh my God. Alright guys, have a look at what we got up to, and cruising, yeah, I'd recommend it. We're going to go again. Love yous. Enjoy the show. Yay! There's our boat. Well, we're on board. Yee-haw. Didn't take too long, about an hour. Woohoo! Long corridors.
The nearest crew member. Continue to keep that person inside. It can help if you keep pointing at the person in the water.
You checking out the shower? Righto. So we've got a walk-in robe. Oh, we've got a safe. Oh, we've got a shitter. And a shower. There's me again. Look at that, guys. We've got a whole balcony all to ourselves. See, now that's what happens when you book the what are those fancy suites called? The staterooms, yeah, or the penthouse. Hey, you got a whole deck to yourself. I wish. Lifeboat. Hopefully we won't need that. Hey! nice view from this room, gang. It's fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful view of the ocean. Oh. Wouldn't you have thought they could have at least put a fucking picture up there, eh?
You're going so fast, I come in and look down, eh?
Now guys, is that just not the perfect view if you're out on a cruise ship at night, looking over the full moon, over the water like that, over the ocean? I can't believe that. Like, it's just amazing. Vodka martini, shaken, not stirred, with extra olives for Tracy because she hates them. Oh, that tastes like shit. I love it. That's a whole lot of water, guys. A whole lot of water. So guys, it's Saturday morning, about 8 o'clock, day 2 of our cruise, and I feel like 1,000 camels of shit in my fucking mouth. But, you know what, don't matter. It's 8 o'clock in the morning and the bars are open, so I'm going for a fucking beer. Yeehaw, I'm loving this boat, Righto, let's go, have a beer. So guys, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, which means that the bar is open. Actually, the bar's been open since 7 o'clock. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful.
All right, let's take another. Give yourselves a round of applause. All right. All right, we're going to practice it a couple.
Thank you, mate. You're a rock star. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, mate. Yeehaw. Couple of bourbons. Yes, cheers, beautiful.
I've only had a few sips of this. I'm really thirsty, and that's on the down.
Yummy. So, guys, this is our 3rd day at sea today. Can you see that? Can you see that boat rocking? You see that? That's not the boat rocking. That's just me rocking the camera. So it's our 3rd day at sea, and I've got to tell you, we're actually having a ball. I got a little bit of seasick yesterday, but it didn't last too long. I'll tell you what, yeah, it's just been a whole ton of fun so far. All right, let's have a look at some more footage. Whoa! Woo! Blowing about 400 knots up here. This is probably about the highest point that you can get to on the boat, I believe. This is pretty high up here. Whoa! So guys, this is deck 12, and this is where everyone comes to hang out. Now it's an open air deck, but it's fully surrounded by glass. I don't know whether you guys can see that. So it is actually quite well sealed from the elements, and the day has turned a bit crappy today, and it is a little bit cool, but it's just a real good spot to sit and chill. And we've run into a bunch of friends that we've met over the last couple of days this morning up here. Everyone congregates on deck 12 to have coffees, beers, whatever. And a lot of them aren't feeling real well today, let me tell you. Me, I'm fine. I'm fine, because I'm a seasoned fucking drinker. So we're going to congregate again shortly, plan out what we're doing for the rest of the day, and then get on it. Me, I think I'm just going to find a bar somewhere in a band and just do something different for a change and have a drink. One thing I'm really loving about this cruise, and I'm assuming all cruises are the same, is the social interaction and the amount of people that we've met and the amount of phone numbers that we swapped. And we will, I'm pretty sure, probably stay in touch with quite a few of them anyway. Everyone's in holiday mode, everyone's in party mood, and like one of the cruise directors was telling me the other day, every night's Friday night when you're on a cruise, and that is true. And I even got to meet the captain last night, and I was actually out on the deck having a smoke, having a cigarette with the captain. Yeah, righto. Okay, well, there's more drinking to do. Here's Tracy with a coffee. It's a bit early in the day for Trace, so I said, do you want a glass of shardy? She said, no, I'll just have a coffee. So guys, this is the Waterfront restaurant. It's called Waterfront Restaurant. Now it's fine dining, a la carte dining, and it's all included in your fare ticket. It's an absolutely beautiful spot. Very, very nice, let me tell you. And the food here is divine. Check it out. Very posh, very nice. This is a bit flash for us guys, a little bit flash I reckon. Lots of decks, gang, lots of decks. Yeah.